quickly reevaluate this new-look Lakers roster to see how the front office had bounced back from injuries once again. Then you could let me know in the comments how you guys would manage the Lakers' 10 to 12 man rotation. First, we're going to take a look at the starting unit. The most popular projected lineup being that of Avery Bradley, Danny Green, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and JaVale McGee. An argument could have been made that Rajon Rondo should start back when DeMarcus Cousins was healthy, but now the Lakers would not have enough shooters surrounding LeBron and AD. This starting lineup gives the Lakers plenty of lethal shooters from beyond the arc, versatile defenders, and plenty of second chance opportunities on the board. With this unit, LeBron is primed to continue being the primary playmaker for this team, as he'll always have the option to drive and kick to his open sharpshooters, or feed his high-flying big man on the pick and roll. If Avery Bradley gets a start and can return to his ways in Boston, being a top two-way player in the league at the age of 28, the Lakers might have just gotten the biggest steal of free agency at near the veterans minimum. With Danny Green on the other hand, fans know what they'll be getting from him entering his 11th season. Green will be guarding the best wing on the opposing team with the support of Avery Bradley guarding some of the best point guards in the Western Conference. JaVale McGee would do the same for Anthony Davis, as both players would form the most athletic front court in the NBA, making it a nightmare for any team trying to finish around the basket. Last season, JaVale McGee got off to a very strong start, averaging 3 blocks per game for the first 2 months, before going down with a series of injuries like the rest of the Lakers roster eventually would. It will be scary to see how JaVale McGee's presence helps Anthony Davis in his first season with the Lakers, considering AD no longer needs to exert all his energy anchoring an entire team's defense alone. I am confident to start the 2019-2020 season, LeBron James will play an extremely unselfish brand of basketball to establish Anthony Davis as a top option during the regular season. We saw LeBron James do so in his first season with the Lakers in the young core, but soon we found out they just weren't ready for it. A pick and roll between Anthony Davis and LeBron James will be a significant part of the Lakers offense, and considering the context of where these superstars are at in their careers, I wouldn't be surprised if Anthony Davis returned to his career high scoring numbers, while LeBron James fully converts into a 20 and 10 point forward. Off the bench, as I've stated before, it would be Rajon Rondo helping to orchestrate the second unit. He played a similar role with the Lakers last season behind a healthy Lonzo Ball, and was Luke Walton's go-to option to close out games. Now Rondo will have the luxury of having Kyle Kuzma and Dwight Howard coming off the bench alongside him, two players who could easily start on any other NBA roster. The trio's games complement each other perfectly, as Rondo will have a feast creating for Kuzma and Howard. Kyle Kuzma might be taking a step back in his development, having to come off the bench, but unfortunately there's no other way. The only exception is for LeBron James to play the point guard position, but then again LeBron can't be running around guarding point guards in the Western Conference at the age of 34. Kuzma has proven capable of being a point per minute scorer, so just imagine how he would fare against opposing teams' second units. Although his numbers might not continue trending upwards off the bench, he will definitely be more efficient than he was last season. Kuzma publicly acknowledged that defense was his top priority this offseason, so soon we will see if he has the potential to be a two-way star. Many of the same things could be said for Dwight Howard. When healthy, he's already a double-double defensive anchor against top big men in the league. Now he'll be adjusting to a new role off the bench, where he'll be putting up less numbers but is expected to be highly efficient in his time on the floor. Adding on to that, playing alongside an elite playmaker in Rajon Rondo to pick apart the defense, both former superstars will catalyze each other's games. The offense will come for Dwight Howard. It's a matter of if he can stay committed to defending opposing teams' elite big men. That will ultimately determine whether signing Dwight Howard was worth the risk. Then there's returning Laker Alex Caruso, fresh off a breakout end of the season run. He was one of the few bright spots for the Lakers and should be expected to take on a much larger role this season. What that would be is still up in the air, but Alex Caruso is versatile enough to play whatever position is asked of him, whether it be the 1, 2, or 3. It is Quinn Cook who will be battling Alex Caruso for those backup minutes at the guard position, and it would be hard to assume the front office didn't give Cook some assurance of significant playing time after a solid playoff performance and signing such a cheap contract. Cook offers the Lakers another dimension at the guard position as a potent scorer capable of generating his own offense off the dribble. His playing time will probably fluctuate according to their matchups, but nonetheless is a solid option to have. Finally, for my last expected regular rotational player, I have Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. KCP will be entering his third season with the Lakers, and by now fans know what they're going to get. Streaky shooting and solid defense. His inconsistency was a challenge for the Lakers, who needed as much shooting around LeBron as possible, which is probably why they brought in so many guards. That marks the completion of a rotation consisting of Avery Bradley, Danny Green, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and JaVale McGee as starters, with Rajon Rondo, Quinn Cook, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Alex Caruso, Kyle Kuzma, and Dwight Howard coming off the bench. Names like Kostas Antetokounmpo, Talen Horton-Tucker, Jared Dudley, and Troy Daniels are probably not expected to receive significant playing time to start the regular season. That is barring any injury to the Lakers' primary rotation, and either Kostas Antetokounmpo or Talen Horton-Tucker making a lot of noise in the G League. Let me know in the comments what is your rotation for this new look Lakers roster. A case could easily be made for Dwight Howard to start. That's it for the video, take it easy guys.